Hello and welcome to my channel, and if you have already been to my channel, then welcome back. My name is Kalina and I'm an expert in public relations and mass communications, and in this video we're going to talk about results because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people want different results in their lives, in their career or in their businesses. And I think that it is very misunderstood the perspective and the perception that we must have about results. So hear me out. A result is not something that can be controlled or managed. You can try to predict the results based on past experiences, based on researches, based on different type of statistics, or based on what you know about the market or about the environment that you're operating within. However, result is not something that can be controlled. What you can control is your own actions. So you must have in place a strategy or certain kind of structure, but this should be for your own actions and what you need to do. This is pretty much for you and for the way that you're going to manage yourself. What do I mean? For example, I can manage and I can control what I'm going to write in a book, how that book is going to be edited, who is going to publish it, how the cover is going to look, how the pages are going to look, and things like that. I can manage and decide on all of those elements. However, I cannot control who this book is going to reach, who is going to read it, when they're going to read it. Are they going to read it in the morning, in the evening, in the weekend, or at work, or where, or at what time of the day or of the week? I cannot manage that. I cannot control where they're going to buy it, in the bookstore or online or in some other ways. I cannot control this. I can make sure that it exists within the bookstores. I can make contract with different managers of bookstores, but I cannot control who exactly is going to become my reader. It is the same for that video. It is the same for all the videos that I put out there or the content that I put in my Facebook or YouTube accounts. I cannot control who's going to watch that. I can control what I'm going to say. I can edit it. I can put it out there. I can schedule it. I can decide which time it is going to be published, but I cannot control who this video is going to reach and if they're going to decide that they will watch it or how they will accept it. All of those things are a part of the result and I cannot control that. Now, what I can do is I can make sure that I'm putting out there good content, and that can give me confidence that there are going to be people who are going to like this content. I can research what people want to hear or read, and I can apply that when I'm doing my content. But I cannot control the result. I cannot control how many people my content is going to reach. I cannot control who exactly is going to watch it or read it or listen to it. And it's the same about everything else. You can control what you do. You can put strategies in place. You can try to predict some results. You can know people better so that you can adjust your actions towards their needs. But again, you cannot control the results. That also applies for sales. If you are dealing with sales, if you're selling a product or a service, you can manage your own actions. You can work on improving your communication skills. You can work on the way that you're dealing with clients and future clients. but you cannot control who exactly is going to buy the product, when they're going to buy it. Maybe they're going to come into your store and buy it in the most inconvenient moments, exactly when everything is a mess and you are rearranging everything. And it could be a person that, for example, maybe they didn't behave in a way that they would buy, but then they decided that they will buy your product, right? So you cannot really control who is going to buy your product or service. You can control your own strategy. You can control where you're going to place this product, how you're going to expose it, how you're going to market it, and you can control and work on your own skills, but you cannot control the result, which is who is going to eventually buy your product, who is going to be this person specifically. So all of this is something that you cannot control. Everything that is result, that is cause and effect, like the effect of the cause, you cannot control, but you can control what you do about it. Now, what you need to do, together with manage and control your own actions, is leave a room for the result to happen. You need to leave a room, you need to be open. So you need to apply it with openness. You need to communicate with people with the idea that each one of those people may read your book or buy your product or watch your video, or they can be somebody that can become your client or your viewer or your listener or your reader. You can be open. You can pretty much work on having different sources and different channels, but you cannot really control the result that you're going to actually receive. So you need to just leave it a room. And the other thing that you need to manage is your preparedness. You need to be prepared to actually accept this result. Let's say, for example, you sell cupcakes. Maybe you produce your own cupcakes and you are putting out advertisements. Maybe you have a little store, like a little bakery. You're communicating with clients. Maybe you are going out around the offices in the area and you are giving away some cupcakes. Or maybe you're doing other things that are a strategy. Maybe you're working on the taste and the way that those cupcakes look, so that they look more appetizing or prettier. You can do all of that, but you cannot, as I said, you cannot control the result. So let's say somebody comes to your bakery and they offer a lot of cupcakes. They're like, hey, you were giving cupcakes in our office. We really like it. Now we want to order cupcakes for our company party. Can you manage that? Can you manage that order? Now, let's say that you're not prepared to manage an order for a whole company party because it's too big of an order. So now all the things that you have done by this time, now suddenly the result comes, people come, they want your product, but you're not prepared to take that result. You're not prepared to manage it. You're not open. You don't have preparation for the opportunity that you're given. So this is also something that you have to think about. So think about what you're doing before as actions, but then think about the preparation for receiving the result. So this is what you can do about the actual result. A lot of people are focused on the goal, focused on the result. That's the result, that's the result, that's the result. And that's good. You should know potentially what kind of results do you expect. You must understand that. You must know that this is your goal. But that's not all. Because when your focus is like eyes on the prize, there is this phrase, eyes on the prize. Okay, cool, eyes on the prize, but in the meantime you need to also do the things that are going to get you the prize. You need to do all of the actions. Eyes on the prize if you're an athlete, if you're dealing with some kind of sport, let's say you're a runner, eyes on the prize, you're going to get some medal in the end. Cool. Now you have to work out, you have to train yourself, and then you have to run that distance before you get the actual prize, that is the medal, before you have the result. Because you can't control the actual result, you can control your actions on the way that are going to give you the result. Okay, so this is for today's video. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Also, you can like and share my video, you can subscribe for my channel, and I'm going to leave a link below to my website so that you can see who I am and what I'm doing. And I'm going to put my Facebook account down in the description, so you can also follow me on Facebook if you like my content. Thank you very much and have a great day.